visit the Don River Railway, a vintage railway and museum in Don, a suburb of Devonport, Tasmania. Don River Railway is operated by members who volunteer their time, share ideas and keep Tasmanian railway history alive. It includes extensive facilities for maintaining and restoring the track and rolling stock. The Society has quite a collection, including 11 steam locos, only a few of which are operational, 14 diesels, the majority of which are operational, and a couple of rail cars. We took a passenger train ride from Don to Coles Beach and return. The current line follows a reconstructed section of the former government Melrose line that ran between Don Junction and Paloona. We are riding in a 1940s ex-Tasmanian Government Railway DP railcar, number 22. The driver gets a seat squeezed in next to the motor. The Gardner 6-cylinder diesel engine was built in the 1930s and at 18 litres capacity certainly fills the cabin with a rumble, even at idle. As we gather speed, the railcar gets quite a swagger up. So, as we look over the driver's shoulder, sit back and enjoy the returning journey with us in number 22.
First, second thing to note, you're driving a 1944 diesel railcar built in Granville in New South Wales. So she's coming up to her 80th birthday, so we'll do lots of work on her next year. Has a 156 horsepower Gardner Marine engine, 6-speed, 6-cylinder, 4-speed. Does that answer the question what we're running on? Yes. And we're also running on an old VHB mining line that used to go from Melrose to Devonport. So they took the limestone to Devonport, sent that up to Australia for them to use as they wanted. Okay? On your right hand side is not a junkyard, it's called restitution siding, because we can't go to your shed or to a hardware store to get stuff. So it's got bits of old engines, it's got stuff. As well as up in the hill, we've got stuff that we need. Okay? So this normally would have a passenger trailer connected to it, a 1939 one, but she's currently in the workshop working on her suspension, because no matter what we do, she'll lean left, right, or up or down, so that's not good. Okay? So at that age, what we will do, it's a small trip, so we let you off at Coles Beach. It's 3.5 kilometres there, then 3.5 back. We let you off, it's a grass platform, just be careful, there's probably wallaby poo, and I would say the guy with a t-shirt will probably have to clean it, what do you reckon? If you've not been over to the workshop, you're welcome to do so at the end of the trip. Some pride and joys are over there, like the Royal Carriage that was last used by Elizabeth's cousin Gloucester, used by her uncle in early 1920s, and used by her parents when they came to open Parliament House in 1927 in Canberra, and then they came here. We also have the little blue engine that's got a face on it. That's an 1886 Fowler built in Leeds in the UK. It's the oldest running steam engine in the States and the second oldest steam engine that still runs in the country. So there's lots of interesting things over in the workshop, including our event space and our children's birthday carriage, which is DB5. In case you want to bring your kids for a birthday party to the railway. Okay? So look, the tide's in, so it's a beautiful river rather than a beautiful mud flat. So enjoy the trip. And if you're visitors out at Coles Beach, you can actually see the lighthouse that's at the bluff. And I'll tell you where to go there. The bridge that you see here was built in the 60s, known as Sawdust Bridge, because on the inlet on the other side, on the land, used to be a sawmill. When Don Village was used as a port, they had a sawmill halfway down. Okay? But as a tidal port, a bit like Port Sorell, they got sick of the tide and moved everything to Mersey, Burnie, but even the Canamaloo, the Tamar, it's a tidal mud flat, so their ports at Beauty Point and Bell Bay, which is at the top end of the Canamaloo. Okay? And if you're visiting and you've not been to Latrobe, you really should go to Latrobe. Okay? Too many tourists bypass poor little Latrobe, and they should go there. Other than Reliquary, the kids would love Reliquary, and there's always the chocolate factory and there's on the highway. So enjoy yourself. Hopefully by the time maybe that little boy goes to school, we'll be back on the main line. So we have permission to go back down to Penguin. So we started in 1975, 76, ran around the whole state from Hobart through to Rosebery. In the early 2000s, the main line was privatised. A private operator came one night and disconnected our points. So when you come into Coles Beach, you can see our old track, but it'll cost us $3 million to get high-speed points, as well as spending money on upgrading our passenger cars and new radio system and Tasmail standards. So if you give me 50 cents each donation to the shop, I'm certain that'll contribute to going back down to Penguin. So we have permission to go to Penguin, Devonport, and eventually Deloraine. But we firstly got to get back on. And once we're back on, then Devonport Council will finish their waterfront project and build the station that they've allocated for us. What happens? You have a station, you rip it down, 40 years later you rebuild something. The Devonport station was famous because it had the longest platform in the state. Probably pretty close to the longest in the country, but they ripped all that up. Now where all the cement trains come in. So enjoy your trip and be safe. And especially little children, mind big children, railway tracks are for trains, not for people taking photographs or whatever. Okay? Good. Now let me count the bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Back at Don River, a last look at one of my favourite 3-foot-6 gauge engines, built by Dubs & Co for the Emu Bay Railway Company that ran between Burnie and Zeehan.